from 2014. Thinking of the future is not a luxury, it is an expectation of good government. People want their nation to prosper, and that happens with careful planning. However, when Shorten invited someone to think of their future, he wasn't discussing prosperity, but threatening their welfare. That is not the behavior of someone fit to be leader. Reading on the history of the day, I find a fascinating reference to Eratosthenes, who created a sieve for finding prime numbers by exhaustion. He also calculated the exact day Troy was sacked and burned. Today, 1184 BC. Alexander the Great died today in 323 BC, and a stoic leader fought in a rainstorm and achieved a remarkable victory today, 173 AD. Marcus Aurelius had been leader when a failed peace treaty meant he was surrounded, isolated, and inferior in number. Besieged and without water, Aurelius considered surrender. And then the storm came, and the soldiers had all the water they needed. A bit like when we were promised global warming would end rain, but it didn't. As comparisons go, it fails, but to me, it is irresistible. In 631, the great Chinese emperor Taizong of Tang sent an envoy with silk to an enemy and freed 80,000 Chinese peoples held prisoner. It wasn't charity. If the slavers had resisted, he would have killed them all. In 1837, Boston remained at type, with rioting between Irish and Yankees. On this day in 1920, GOP discussed their leadership in a smoke-filled room. Resulting presidencies would juggernaut a great period of prosperity. In 1936, Surrealists had an exhibition in London. In 1937, on this day, Stalin executed 8 of his generals. On this day in 1963, Democrat Governor Wallace stood in the door to prevent black students from going to school. National Guard would escort those students to school later that day. A Buddhist monk burned himself to death in protest in Vietnam. Evidently, North Vietnam did not have a problem. JFK had a thought bubble about equal rights, which Nixon implemented. I guess JFK was thinking of the future. That's it for the day. I don't see anybody. If you come across this video later on and you like it, like it. Also, feel free to comment and share. Spread the love. Be well.